Let's see here. Let's see here. Welcome the fans first. Or take a sip of coffee first. Coffee and then the fans? Or fans and the coffee? Coffee first. Okay. Now we're rocking. Now we're rolling. Alright, what's up guys? Fears, audience Fears. Welcome back to the Fears podcast on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. It is right at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. I was supposed to go at 2:30, but I had to help my mom first before I came to the coffee shop. Lots of stuff to talk to about. The last couple of days have been pretty busy, but fun. Fun but busy. I must apologize. I almost didn't do a live stream because I spilt coffee all over my notebook, so I'm trying to let it dry. And then some coffee got on, if you see this, it got on this, not the laptop, but it got on the laptop holder. So I had to quickly jump out of my seat, grab my laptop so no coffee would get on the laptop. Thank God no coffee got on the laptop or in the laptop. So what a way to start off the day. So I'm going to try and let this dry. I think it'll be alright because coffee only got like on that, so this should dry soon. But it only got on a couple of pages, so I'm going to, whenever we do some top 10s today, I'm going to do some of the front pages. So yeah, so I'm just letting it dry for a little bit. But yeah, so we'll probably do the top 10s a little bit later to let it dry. But oh man, and some of the coffee got on my leg. Basically what I was doing, I set the coffee down, and then I was putting together my laptop and my little, my little workstation at the coffee shop. I went to go grab the cord. I went to go grab the cord to plug that charges my laptop, right? And I guess my elbow or something hit the coffee, and it poured all over the table, all over the floor. It hit some of my leg. Like I said, it hit this, and then my only concern was, I don't care if the coffee gets on my leg, or I don't care if the coffee gets on my notebook. I care about if the coffee hits the laptop or gets into the laptop. So I jumped up, grabbed the laptop, put it off to the side. I was going to sit over there, but they're actually mopping up the floor right now. So I decided to sit over here close to the window. Plus, these chairs are a little bit more comfy. So yeah, they have a cushion on them. So anyway, let's get the live stream started. So let me just open up the chat here. So what a way to start a live stream. But besides coffee spilling everywhere, what a great day. Before this, I went and helped my mom, and then I had some lunch with my mom and my uncle. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Plus, it was good to see my uncle again. It's always good to see my uncle. So yeah, he's a really nice guy. All right, let me open up the chat here. Here we are. And let's see here. Open up the chat. Give me one little second. Here we go. Okay. There we are. Also, it was good to see. There we go. Yo, what's up, Joey? He says, where are you now? Bright side, at least it wasn't ranch. This is true. This is very true, Joey. We all know that Fears loves, well, two substances. I love ranch, and I love coffee. But you do make a good point, Joey. At least it wasn't ranch. But another good point is, because I reacted so quickly, I jumped up, grabbed the laptop, put it off to the side, because I was like, oh man, I said I love my laptop. The coffee got a little bit on this side. I had to wipe it off because I had all the stuff sat down on the table. That's why this got drenched with coffee. You know what I'm saying? So I'm letting this dry right now. I mean, it's almost dry. It's still a little damp, but yeah, this happened like just 5 or 6 minutes ago because I was setting up, and they just finished mopping up, and I told the lady, I'm like, I'm really sorry. I'm like, I really did not mean to. And she's like, oh, it's fine. coffee spills all the time. I was like, yeah. I said from the bottom of my heart, I'm really sorry. I apologize. She was like, no worries. She's like, are you okay? She's like, I saw that some of the coffee got on your leg. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, it didn't burn me, so we're all good, you know. So I just quickly went to the bathroom and took a paper towel and wiped it off my pants and wiped it off my leg, and then I was like, I'm good to go. Came back. It was a little bit, like I said, on my headphones. I wiped off the headphones with a towel that they gave me. Wiped this off as best I can. Thank God it didn't get on my cord or didn't get on any of my phone. Thank God. And then she got me a new coffee. So here we are. Cheers to you guys. Thank God it didn't get on my hard drive because I'm going to do some editing today. So thank God for that. And then thank God it didn't get on my laptop. So I was just like, well, what the hell, you know? So it definitely was hot. It was hot when I hit my leg, Joey, but it wasn't like scorching hot. So plus I'm a pretty tough guy, you know. I was like, well, it's just coffee. I'm like, whatever. Now if it would have been scorching hot, then I would have been like, oh man. But that was good. Anyway, today's topics are I want to talk to you guys about the top 10 movie props that Fears has bought. The top 10 movie prop buys. Then I've bought some new things. I want to tell you guys the new things I bought on the on the trip. Then we're going to do the top 10 Toyman shows because the Toyman toy show is tomorrow. So I want to do the top 10 Toyman items that I've gotten at that convention because I used to go to that convention all the time. And then I wanted to tell you guys more about my trip because it's been a while since I've done a little stream. So I didn't stream every day, but I tried to keep you guys, you know, abreast of of the situation. You know, so it has been a nice, relaxing vacation. You know, I'll be honest. I will be honest. I did go in the Discord a couple of times. Not well. I don't want to say too many times. I went a couple of times, not every day. I saw half the people were nice and was like, "Hey, Fears, I'm glad you're enjoying your vacation." And obviously, the other half was not so nice. I don't want to mention any names because that'll just start drama. But you're always gonna have to deal with that. I've gotten used to over the years people making fun of me. You know, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how many videos you make, they're going to nitpick at something. So I just try not to let it bother me. It does bother me sometimes, but I try not to let it bother me. So I try to go with the flow. Like if they crack a joke, then I try to crack a joke back. I've gotten a lot better at that. But anyway, I hope everyone's Saturday is going well, my friends. This is a new shirt I got. I got this at Walmart for like $8. So it's a new Halloween 2 T-shirt. So pretty badass. I like it. So it's got like the old mask, and then it's got the old suit here, and it's got Dr. Loomis and all that stuff. So I thought, you know what? I haven't worn it either in the. I don't think I've worn it in the vlog yet or on stream. I don't think. Don't quote me. I don't think I have. I don't think I have. So I thought, why not do it today? So yeah. Well, while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm gonna pull out my phone and show you guys what I've been doing. Let's do the Missouri trip, part 7. So yeah. If you guys have any questions about the trip, let me know. Put them in the chat. Let me know. Joey, I did make it to the St. Louis Arch. I did the St. Louis Arch with my friend Travis yesterday, and we went and did. We downloaded every single Escape from New York St. Louis movie location, and we went to every single St. Louis location. I know they shot in three states. They shot in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm sorry, they shot in 3 cities for the film. They shot in St. Louis, Missouri, New York City for like 2 days, and then they shot like 2 or 3 nights in Los Angeles. And they just put up like New York, like signs on like some of the streets. But 90% of the film was shot in downtown St. Louis, my hometown. So I just downloaded all the addresses in my phone, and we went to every single location. We got pictures in every location, and we got video footage in every single location. So I cannot wait to show you guys that video footage. It is going to be fantastic, and I hope you guys are excited. I know some people in the community have watched Escape from New York. I don't know if everybody in the community has watched Escape from New York, but oh man, for the people that have seen it, you guys, you're in for a treat. Me and Travis, and we tried to line up the shots as best we could. So if we didn't get them 100%, right, um, I apologize in advance. But for the most part, like I have watched that movie well over 100 times. So I tried to line up the shots as accurately as possible, and as perfect as possible because I love that film. It's probably one of my favorite sci-fi action adventure blow me up kind of movies. So it was really cool to go to each location. So yeah. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys some of the locations that we went to. So let me just open up my phone here. Here we go. Okay, let me scroll back here. Let's see. And I'm going to tell you guys what else we've been doing. So let's see here. Where do we leave off? So the last time I told you guys, me and Mike, we had ended the conversation with me and Mike going to the bluffs. So we went to the bluffs near his house. And it's pretty high up. Like if you look over this ledge, you're probably 50 to 100 feet up. So it's a big bluff, a big edge. So don't get near the edge. I took some pictures near it, but you have to be careful. See, there's another angle of it. There's me. There we go. There's another one of me. There's me editing away a few days ago. And not in this spot, it was over there. There we are. I was editing the vlog a little bit yesterday. Or yesterday, the day before, excuse me. There's me at GameStop. There we are. So I went to GameStop. And then big shout out to Larry. Big shout out to Larry. He took this picture and said, "Hey Fears, do you like talking to yourself?" And I said, sometimes. So what I'm gonna do is he took a photo of the of the chat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go like this and just put Fears vlogs just like that. I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm going to Instagram it, and then I probably will use it in the vlog. So, Larry, you're only helping me out. I'll be like, subscribe. Hey, guys, subscribe to Fears Vlogs. All the way down the page. Subscribe to Fears Vlogs. And you know what, Larry? The reason why it looks like I'm talking to myself is when I uploaded, and I did the premiere, it was like at 1 o'clock. So, not many people were up. People were, sleeping. But it said that like 4 people were watching. So that's the reason I was trying to get the chat going. But apparently everyone was just too tired and they were just sleeping, which I understand. So either you want to talk or you don't want to talk, Larry. But I know Larry said that just to get me going, and I was like, well, he failed miserably, because I thought it was hilarious that he took a picture of that. And I was like, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that photo on Instagram and on my Facebook and in my vlog. So he was only helping me out. So thanks, buddy. Let's see here. I did go to Panda. So there's that. Joey, I think I told you that the other day, Joey. I haven't had Panda like in 4 or 5 months. It's been a while. It's been a minute. And then my mom had this made. Before Enzo, we had our dog Penny, and Penny passed away right before I moved to Florida. So she died like 2017, 2018. I did not know that she had this made, but my mom has like a little rock garden in the back. So she has the yard, but like near the house, she has a little rock garden, and she made this. It says, "In memory of I'm sorry, in memory of my best friend, so loving, loyal, and kind. And then there's two paw prints. So my mom had that made for Penny, which I thought that was really nice. I thought that was really cool. And I hadn't seen it yet because I've been in Florida. What's up, Cameo Man? Michael Myers is doing Austin Powers 4. That's awesome, Randall. That's awesome, Randall. I wish I would have called you first because I would have had Randall come in. I'm on OBS, Randall. So yeah. Darn it, Randall. I should have did this stream in StreamYard. So I gotta figure out a way to get people in here on OBS, and I can't figure it out. So I apologize. But shout out to my friend Randall. Randall says, "Yeah, baby." Oh, nice Austin Powers movie quote, Randall. Randall, if they ever make an Austin Powers 4, I'm going to be ecstatic because I love the first three Austin Powers. The third one, it was kind of super cheesy, but the first two are my favorite. The first two are fantastic. The third one's all right, but if they make a fourth one, I'd be interested in watching it, my friend. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. So after my mom showed me the rock garden, I was like, that's very nice. I went out and did some photography, so I took a picture of the big water tower in Wentzville. It's huge. I mean, the picture doesn't even do it justice, my friends. Um, let's see here. Let's see here. Then this is where me and Travis, my friend Travis, started doing the Snake Plissken Escape from New York movie locations. Randall, Joey, everybody, me and Travis. Travis came over to my house. I literally got on the internet, downloaded every single address that they shot in St. Louis. So I'm talking downtown St. Louis, near the Arch. They went into Illinois and they shot across the bridge. The ending shot where they're trying to escape. We got the bridge. I was on the bridge. I lined up the shot where like the cab explodes at the end of the bridge. I tried to get it just perfect. So I looked up videos. So I hope you guys will enjoy the Escape from New York movie locations. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I was like, this is the perfect time because I'm in town. I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity. I did post a couple of pictures of the New York locations in the Discord. So the last time I looked, I didn't see anyone make any dumb comments. So I think everybody in the Discord thought that was kind of cool. I'm sure someone now that I said something, now probably someone at the end of this stream will probably go into the Discord and like say, "Oh, these locations are stupid, fears." I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it past them. Oh, nice, Tinder Immortal. What's up, Tinder Immortal? Tinder Immortal says, Britney Spears was in Austin Powers 3. I know she was. She was a fembot. She turned into a fembot. Also, Steven Spielberg made a cameo in Austin Powers 3. So that's kind of cool. That's really cool. Tinder Immortal, Randall, I'm sorry, Tinder Immortal, I hate to pry, but since we are friends, I must ask. It's none of my business, so you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Only if you want to. I'm just curious. I've had Tinder Immortal on an interview 2 times. So, Tinder Immortal, I have 2 questions for you. Number 1, would you want to come on again and do interview part 3? That's the first question. And then the second question is, have you and your man got married yet? Because I know you said you guys were getting married, but you didn't tell me when. So is it this year sometime you're going to get married? Is it next year? I'm just curious. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Pretend Stories? He says, Fears Man, where are you? Where am I? I'm at the coffee shop. I'm at the OG coffee shop. I'm not in my usual spot over there. I thought I would switch it up. I'm sitting right here. So that's where I am. I'm at the OG coffee shop. The original, the classic, the old stomping grounds. The old one. Anyway, let's continue on. So anyway, Tinder Mortal, you don't have to answer those questions if you don't want to, but if you'd like to, but I'm going to continue on. So this is the first movie location, right here. This is me. This is where and I lined up the shot because you see this little gray pillar here, and you see this little side of the building. So they must have shot the camera going that way. This is where the helicopters land in Escape from New York. So the president's been kidnapped. The president has been kidnapped, and Halk is the warden. So he gets on a helicopter with a bunch of guards to try to rescue the president. The helicopters come down. Hang on, let me open this back up. The helicopters come down. They land. So where my rental car is, my rental car is like right there, right there. So where my rental car is about approximation where the helicopters land. So the helicopters land. There was no fence back then, and they walk this way. So the helicopters land about right there. The helicopters land, and then they run this way. So yeah. Brock says, Fears. Hey, Brock, what's up? Tinder Immortal says, OG coffee shop, tables pushed together. That's what's up. Well, actually, Tinder Immortal, they've done a big remodel. None of the original tables that I used to sit at, they're all gone. There's all new tables, all new chairs. There's only tables and chairs on this side. So these are by the window because the window's right over there. There's 1, 2, 3 tables here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables here. And there's a cushion on this side, and then there's chairs on this side. Over there, they have just 2 chairs with a little side table. So there's actually no tables and chairs over there. There's 2 chairs in the corner with a little side table, but they've took out a lot of the original stuff. And there's only one original barista that still works here. There's only one original barista that works here. Her name is Melody. She's not here today. But the last time I was at the coffee shop, she was here. So, yeah. Fears Man is broadcasting live from Moscow, Russia. Randall, how dare you? Shame, shame. Don't lie, Randall. I'm at the OG coffee shop, you know. I had to make at least one more live stream at the OG coffee shop because sadly, the vacation is almost over, guys. The vacation is almost over. Fears has only got 2 more days. Today and tomorrow, because on the 15th I leave. Because I don't really count the 15th as part of the trip because I'm flying home. And I'm going to be very tired. So, yeah. So, anyway. Let's see here. Did you ask if you could have one of the OG tables to bring home? I wish, Brock. I wish. I mean, that would have been great. That would have been fantastic. But as I said, none of the OG tables exist. Because, you know, Fears, I'm quite nostalgic. Before they would have thrown them away, if I could have got my hands on one of the OG tables, I'd be like, give me that chair. Give me that table. Please. Pretty please. It would have been great. I would have done it. You guys know. Fears. I would have done it. But sadly, none of the original tables exist. They're all gone. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they shredded them. I don't know if they threw them in the junkyard. I don't know what happened to the OG tables. I should ask them before I leave, but apparently they're gone. What's up, Pretend Stories? What is up? Did you hang out with Carrie's? I did not hang out with Carrie. I did not. Just joking, Fears. Fears is actually broadcasting from a parallel universe. Randall, you're hilarious. Obviously, I'm not in a parallel... Maybe I am. Maybe I am in a parallel universe, and I'm in a parallel coffee shop. Food for thought, Randall. Food for thought. I know, Brock. R.I.P. to the original tables. Let's pray. Let's pray to the original tables. Dear God, sending blessings and prayers to the OG tables. I wish I would have got my hands on one. Unfortunately, I did not get my hands on one of the original tables. I wish I would have. And again, the last time I came, I'm going to take this watch off. It's kind of muggy outside, and it's very humid. And sometimes wearing a watch, it hurts my wrist sometimes. I've had it on all day, so I'm going to give it a rest. I'm going to put it over here. Yeah, so, Brock, they told me that they've done the remake because it looked like this the last time. The last time I came for something good, because the last two visits before this was for something bad. So 2 years ago, my dad died, so I came there for that, and I came one day to the coffee shop after all my dad's funeral arrangements was all done and all that. Um, and then I didn't come to the coffee shop at all whenever my grandma died. So 2.5 years ago, that's the last time I came for something good. And this trip was for something good. I was like, finally. I'm like, finally I came to Missouri for something good. Visiting my family, visiting my friends, hitting up some cool locations to get some footage for the vlog. Because I was like, I've had it with funerals. I'm like, it sucks. I was like, it's still hard sometimes to think that my dad's gone and my grandma's gone because I was very close to my grandma Fears and I was very close to my dad, as you guys know. So some days I just try to keep busy. I try to keep busy so I don't have to think about their deaths, which is the best thing to do. I looked online. I'm like, how do you get over, deaths in the family? And they were like, keep busy, keep busy. So I do think about them I think about my grandma, my dad every day, but I also stay busy. So that's kind of how. But time heals all wounds, my friends. So thank God this trip was for something good. All right, I'm going to catch up with the chat, and then I'm going to show you guys more movie locations of Escape from New York, because me and Travis went to every single location. So I'm gonna catch up with the chat. Any dating adventures while out in Missouri? A little bit pretend stories. My friend Tom got married, and he didn't have a wedding. He had kind of like my friend Tom's not really religious, and so him and his wife just got dressed up, and they did they went down to the courts and got a court wedding. But they had a nice little after party, so I went to the after party last night. And my buddy's wife, her name is Trish, and some of Trish's lady friends were really hot, really sexy. So Fears was kind of chatting them up a little bit. So a little bit, they were kind of macking on me. I was kind of macking on them. Or flirting. Flirting's a better word. So a little bit pretend stories. Not too much, but a little bit. Tinder Immortal says, have you been to church on your trip and ran into any hometown? Ooh. No hot sluts, Tinder Immortal, but I have been to church. I went to church last Sunday, so it was really cool to see all of my Missouri church family, and I will show you a picture of one of my pastors. In Orlando, we have three. We have three pastors. And in Missouri, we have four pastors because my friend Greg just became a pastor. So I will show you a picture of the inside of my Missouri church. Let me just pull it up to answer your question, Tinder Immortal. Give me 1 second. Where is that picture of me and my friend Greg that just became a pastor? So shout out to my friend Greg. Okay. So in my Missouri church, we have a basketball and we have a volleyball net set up. And then we have, there's my friend Greg, and he became a pastor. And I've known Greg. Greg's about my, oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. Greg is a little bit older than me. I'm 40, he's 42. So he's got a couple more gray hairs than me. But I've known Greg since 5 or 6 years old when I first went to church camp. When I first went to church camp at around, it was somewhere between 5, 6, 7 years old, I met my friend Greg at church camp, and we've been friends ever since. Greg is such a cool guy, very nice guy, and now he's a pastor. So he's one of our pastors in Missouri. And then, let's see, did I take a picture of inside the sanctuary? Oh yeah, here's the inside of our sanctuary, a part of it, Tinder Immortal. So yeah, so it was really cool. Then I did a video. I did a video inside the sanctuary, so that'll show you a little bit. So that'll be in the vlog. I filmed most of the vlog on my GoPro, but sometimes I forgot to bring my GoPro to certain locations, so I thought I had brought the GoPro to church, And I was like, oh crap, I forgot. So I said, oh well, I'll just film it on my phone. So we did. I did go to church. That answers your question. Let's see. Um, Pretend Story says, let's talk about happier things like strip clubs. Oh, I like strip clubs. Well, unfortunately, there's nothing to tell Pretend Stories because Fears did not go to any St. Louis strip clubs this time. And I'll be honest, I've kind of gone off strip clubs, because it's just one glorified tease. I'd rather just have a lady, wherever that lady is. I haven't found her yet, but whenever I do find a lady, I'd rather just have a lady and not just some big glorified tease. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I didn't go to any. I didn't go to any strip clubs this time. Mm, that's not true, Randall. It's the Randall. Don't mess with me. You know what I'm talking about. It's the meaning of it. Time heals all wounds. Yeah, yeah. Pretend Story says, "Ooh, frisky." I wasn't really frisking them. Pretend Stories, but I was chatting up Trish's hot friends. So my friend Tom married Trish, and she's very nice. She's a very nice lady. I've met her about 5 or 6 times. I've met her sometimes before I moved to Florida, and I met her a couple times after I came home. She's very nice, so I'm very happy for my friend Tom. So shout out to my friend Tom that got married, and I went to their little after party because they didn't have a big wedding. Like I said, Tom's not really religious. Trish is not really religious, so they didn't want to have like a big wedding chapel and all that stuff. So they just went to the courts and they got married. And I took a couple pictures, which I'll show you guys here in a second. And then after the little court ceremony, then they went to their favorite bar and grill, like tavern, and we drank a couple beers. And I didn't get home until 12 last night. So, but we got there. I think the after party of their wedding started like at 5. So I went home real quick, took a shower, and then right to the bar and grill, and had a couple beers. Not too many because I had to drive. I only had 3 beers, and then I cut myself off. So let's see. I'll show you guys a wedding photo. Let's see, where are the wedding photos? So let me zoom in. There's my friend Tom and his wife Trish. So that's a good picture of them. So I wish them nothing but happiness and joy. And Tom, you're a good friend. You're a good guy. And Trish, good luck, with the marriage. And Trish is a very nice lady. And I wish them nothing but happiness and success. I really do. Because Tom is a very nice friend and a good person. And Trish is a new friend. And she's a very sweet lady. And then here's Tom with his mom and his dad. So there's Tom's mom, there's Tom, there's Trish, and then that's Tom's dad right there. And then here's another picture from the other angle. There it is. So I'm very happy that my friend got married. And then, so I did that last night. And then here's me and my friend Eric drinking some beer at the after party. And then here's me and Tom's dad drinking a couple beers. And then there's me and Tom like going nuts, as always, doing a bung. Bung! I was like, buddy, we have to do at least one bung, one epic bung on your wedding day. And he's like, oh, Fears, I'm doing it. I said, that's good. I said, I mean, you and Trent are the creators of bung, so I'm like, you have to do it. He's like, oh, Fears. He's like, even if you wouldn't have said anything, he goes, I would have brought up the bung. And I was like, all right. I'm just making sure. Just making sure. Anyway, let me catch up with the chat, and I'll show you guys some more movie locations, because I cannot wait to show you guys that footage. That footage is going to be legendary. I went to every single St. Louis location of where they shot Escape from New York, and it's one of my favorite sci-fi films. Here we go. Pretend Story says, I think if you go into the VIP room, you can get your wiener slapped. This is true. This is very true. This is very true. But I did not go to a strip club, because it's just one glorified tease. This is true, though. But if you, let's see, Brock says if you pay extra, you can go bananas in the clubs. Anything goes. This is also true. This is also true. But yeah. But again, I did not go to a strip club. So yeah. Anyway. Anyway, show us the wild photos. There are no wild photos. I swear. Scout's honor. I did not go to a strip club this trip. I promise you. No. I swear. I've kind of gone off of them. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't mind them. It just is. It's one glorified tease, and I'm just like, I'd rather just have a real girlfriend, you know. You know. Anyway. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway, let's go on with the movie locations because I'm caught up with the chat. All right, here we go. So, like I said, this is where the plane lands. I'm sorry, not the plane lands. Excuse me. The helicopters land, and they go searching for the president. So there's that one. And then this one. This is where the bad guy comes out of that door, and he walks about right there, and he talks to the warden and says, if you're not in the air in your helicopter in 30 seconds, he dies. He goes, you touch me, the president dies. And then he unravels a little like washcloth, and in the washcloth is the president's finger with his presidential seal ring. So they cut off his finger. And then the warden's like, all right, we'll go. And so they leave. They get back on the helicopters, and they fly up out of the prison. So I tried to line up the shot as best I possibly could. So there's that. And then Snake Plissken runs down this street, and in the film, you can see this red building here in the background. So we did that, and then the president's escape pod lands right here in this corner. Back in the 80s, there was no guardrail. So in the film, the pod lands right there. And then you can actually see this green and yellow little piece of the brick in the film. If you look hard enough. So there's that. And then I took a picture there at that same location. And then Snake Plissken, back in the 80s, this door was all boarded up. These windows were all boarded up. He walks past this doorway down the street, and he walks towards the plane wreckage. So it's not there yet. He's walking towards it. So we took a picture of that. And then so he walks past this building, cuts to the right past this building, and the plane wreckage is about right there. About right there in that grassy field. And so here's a closer shot. Back in the day, there was no grass there. It was like just concrete, and they laid the president's airplane that gets shot down right across this grassy field. Again, back in the day, it was concrete, and there was a road there, and so they just laid it across the road. But it was right there because in the 80s, you see that building and you see that building in the background of the shot. And if you think I'm kidding, watch the film. You'll see these two buildings way in the background. And you also see that building in the background too. Okay. And then this was not a movie location, but as we were driving to the next locations, I took a picture of this really cool artwork. So this was not a movie location. I just thought that artwork in downtown St. Louis was really cool, so I took a photo of it. So I think I'm going to Instagram that later. Then we got to the Fox Theater. Snake Plissken looks at his locator beacon, pulls it out, and the beacon tells him that he's in... Well, it's not in the film. It's a New York theater, but they used the St. Louis, Missouri Fox Theater as a New York theater. So he walks across the street, looks inside the ticket booth, kind of looks in, and then he goes through this door. He goes through this door on the left-hand side. So I took a picture there, and then I got a picture right by the door. So he doesn't grab the door. Actually, a homeless guy walks out, and then Snake Plissken holds the door open with his gun, and then he walks in. And then when he walks in, they didn't shoot inside the Fox Theater. They shot the outside of the Fox Theater because they used the inside of a theater in LA for all the inside shots. So yeah. And then he walks by this building to get to the Fox Theater. So this building is across the street. So he walks by, and in the film, you can see this black and white texture on the building. So he walks across. He walks across this building, goes across the street to the Fox Theater. That's that's um, that's what the front of the Fox Theater looks like. Now in the film, there was no name, but you see this window, and it's all boarded up except for the door. Because back in the 80s, there was a massive fire, and it burnt down a lot of downtown St. Louis. That's why John Carpenter wanted to shoot there, because there wasn't a lot of people down there. There was burnt out factories and burnt out buildings, and they actually had to rebuild a lot of downtown St. Louis. Because in the 80s, I don't know what year, but there was a massive fire that burnt down a lot. Okay. The next movie location is this one. Now, what they done is Snake Plissken was running away from the bad guys, trying to locate the president. And what they done is, in the 80s, there was no wall here. There was the sidewalk, but there was no wall. So what they did is they built a fake wall from here to here. Snake Plissken jumps over the wall, runs down this sidewalk, past, and in the film you see this gray bottom here. So that's how I lined up the shot. You have to really watch it because I really did my homework. And so he jumps over the fake wall, runs past this, and then he gets to this alleyway. And in the film there was no gate. They've actually put the gate up. So I took a picture in front of that. He runs down this alleyway, all the way down the alley, and at the end of the alley, he catches up with Cabby, and Cabby has a cab. He jumps in Cabby's cab. There's a bunch of bad guys running, chasing Snake Plissken down the alleyway. Cabby takes a bomb. Like he fills up a glass bottle with some alcohol and then puts like a little piece of paper in it. And he throws a bomb right in the middle of the alleyway. It burns up, kills some bad guys, and then they drive off. So it sucks that I didn't get to walk down the alley. I really wanted to, and I thought about hopping the fence. I really did, because easily I could have hopped that fence, but I decided not to because I really didn't feel. I was like, if a cop, there's a lot of cops driving around in downtown St. Louis, so because it's not the most safest city. So I told Travis, I said we should be good during the day, but I said, Travis, you got to have my back. I'll have your back. Not that anything would happen, but you got to be careful in a major city because St. Louis, there is a lot of crime down in the city. So I was like, knowing my luck, Fears will jump the gate, film me running down the alleyway, and then all of a sudden the cops will be like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing, Fears?" And then I get arrested. So I did not hop the fence. So I wanted to, though. I really did, because I'm a dedicated fan. There's me and my friend Travis taking a picture in front of the alleyway. And I'm going to get back to the comments in just a second. I just wanted to show you guys all the movie locations. Okay, so then the next movie location is they used this building, this big white and gray building, as the New York Public Library. I don't know what this building is used for now, but I think back in the 80s it was used. It was some government building with government documents in downtown St. Louis. I think I read something online about it. I don't know what it's used for now. But the door was opened, and me and Travis went in and looked, and now they use it for. They're turning it into an apartment complex because they didn't shoot any of the movie inside it. They used the outside, the stairs, and the outside of the building in the film. So me and Travis just kind of looked at it and was like, okay, they're turning it into an apartment complex because we saw movers moving in like tables and chairs, and I think we got some of it on video of them going in and out, I think. But I shot in front of it. Snake says to Cabby, I want to meet the Duke. And he's like, you can't meet the Duke. He's like, you meet the Duke once and then you're dead. And then he's like, take me to the Duke. So in the film, They use that building as Maggie and Brain's kind of like hideout. Brain works for the Duke, but Brain is getting like sick and tired of the Duke, so he's trying to find a way out. And then he meets up with Snake Plissken, and he's like, "Listen, I'll make you a deal." He's like, "You help me find the president, and I'll take you and Maggie out, because Snake Plissken's got the glider." Well, at the end of the film, all the bad guys pretty much destroy the his glider and push it off the tower. So Snake Plissken's got to find another way. It doesn't matter because at the end of the film, we all know Maggie dies and Brain dies, but they're still alive in this portion of the film. So he's like, "Hey man, I'll help you out." So we went up, and I lined up the shot as best I could. So I took a side photo of it, and then let's see here. Then we did in the film. They walk up these stairs, and Cabby is standing right there, and Snake Plissken is literally leaning up against this pillar. And I tried to lean up the best way, just like how Snake Plissken did it. Cabby knocks on the door. Maggie comes out and says, "You're Plissken?" And he says, "Yeah." So we did that, and then the door was open because they were moving stuff. They were moving stuff in for, I guess, because they were turning this building into an apartment complex. So in the film, these are the original doors. So if you watch the film, these are the original doors. I asked the manager. I asked because they're turning this into an apartment complex. I said, "Has any Escape from New York like fans?" And they said, "Oh yeah." They said, "People from Escape from New York that love the film come by all the time." And they said, "We don't mind." I said, "Are these the original doors?" And they said, "Yeah." They said, "We've repainted them," but they said these are the original doors because in the film, I believe the doors are like black, and this is kind of a gray, like a grayish green. So the only thing they've done is repainted it. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool that those are the original doors." So I took a photo in front of it. And then this location they used as an alleyway. So there's buildings on both sides, and you can tell in the film, you see these white. If you watch the film, you see these white little sides on the side of this. I don't know what this building is for, but you see these white things in the film. So the downtown St. Louis it's changed a little, but it hasn't changed much. And you see these two buildings. I'm sorry, hang on, let me pull it up again. Where was it? You see these two buildings. I'm sorry, you see this building, and this building way in the background of the shot. And Brain's in that scene, Maggie's in that scene, Snake Plissken's in that scene, and I believe Cabby's in that scene. So yeah, and then they used this street. They used this street as Broadway. So in the film, Snake Plissken is driving down. He's driving down the road, and he's got Maggie and Brain in the car, and he's got Cabby. I'm sorry, Cabby. Excuse me, Cabby is driving the car. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've seen the film. Cabby is sitting by Snake Plissken, and there's bad guys on either side of the street. So they're using that street as Broadway in New York. And at the end of Broadway, they have this wall of cars, and they block the road. So at the end of that road, they must have just stacked cars on top of each other, and so Snake just reverses it, smashes through the cars, and drives down the road. So that was a pretty cool location. And I'm trying to do this as fast as possible because I'm not trying to bore you guys. But it was just so exciting to go to all these locations. I thought it'd be cool to share. And then the last two locations on that same street where the helicopters landed, I forgot. So me and Travis had to drive back these two sewers, not this sewer, but this sewer here and this sewer here. A bunch of bad guys in the film are hiding under the sewer. The sewer lids pop up. So I sat down in the middle of the road in between the two sewers and took a picture. So a bad guy pops out of that sewer lid, and a bad guy pops out of that sewer lid, and then they take off that way in the film. So I got that. And then the last shot, the very last shot is. Oh, I'm sorry. The very last shot, um, because they did one shot in Illinois at the bridge. So we had to drive out the other day. That's the original bridge that they drove across. They put a car blocking it, and they made a ramp in the film. So they take the cab, they hit the ramp, they go flying over the car, land onto the bridge, and keep going. And then, as you know in the film, there's a bunch of bombs, because they don't want anyone to escape the prison, so they put bombs. And so they're driving back and forth, back and forth. One of the bombs hits the cabs. The cab explodes. Snake lives. Brain lives. Mag lives. Cabbie dies. Then they're on foot. They run about halfway towards the end of the bridge, and it was hard to light up the shot. So in the vlog, I tell people, if I get this a little wrong, I apologize. I looked up the video and I said somewhere on the right-hand side is where the cab explodes, and there's a little gray piece of, I think somebody spray painted gray, and the actual gray spray paint was still on the bridge because that bridge is abandoned, and you see the gray spray paint in the film. So me and Travis I said, Travis, look for some gray, either a gray patch on the bridge or gray spray paint or gray concrete. And so we lined up just past the gray part is where the cab explodes. So I stood and I said, somewhere on this right-hand side of the bridge past this gray part is where the cab exploded. So I hope I got it right. I tried to line up the shot as just as best as possible. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy the footage whenever you see it. Anyway, let's see here. So that location was pretty cool, and then, well, I know it's taken too long, so I'm just going to show you. So they shot all inside. They shot all inside the Union Station. They shot outside the Union Station, and they shot inside the Union Station. So there's us inside Union Station, and then they shot them. There's a photo of us outside Union Station. So I didn't want to take too much longer. So yeah, so we did that the other day, and then we went to the St. Louis Arch. So we went to the St. Louis Arch. I got a couple pictures of the St. Louis Arch. And then there's the outside of it. There's me in front of it, because I hadn't been to the Arch in quite a while. There's that. Let me skim through this because I don't want to take so long. I'm sorry if I took too long. This is pretty cool. They've added this map on the floor. So I took a picture in front of the St. Louis map. That was pretty cool. And I don't remember when they put that in. And then here's me and Travis inside the arch at the very top. And you're 630 feet up into the air. Because if you look on the sign, it says 630 feet. And the windows, there's a bunch of windows on the Illinois side, and then there's a bunch of windows on the St. Louis side. So you can look out the windows, take some pictures. We did all that. That was pretty cool. And then after we did that, then that's when I went to my friend's little wedding thing. And like I said, there's Tom and his wife and his mom and dad. And it was a really cool ceremony. And there's me and Eric having a beer. There's me and Tom's dad having a beer, and then we did bung. So it was good to see all my friends again. So sorry if that took way too long. So that's the last few things that I've been doing the last 2 days. So I know Walter wanted me to get to the St. Louis Zoo. Walter, unfortunately, I ran out of time. So the last 2 days I did all the movie locations. It'll probably be a lot more exciting when I show you guys the video footage of the movie locations. But I just thought I would give you a little tease of the pictures. I'm sorry if it took long too long to tell you guys all that, but I was very excited. I was very excited. I couldn't believe because some of the movie locations are hard to get into, especially inside Union Station, like where they kill one of the bad guys in a back room. They've turned that into a restaurant, and I didn't beg them, but they were very nice and said, I said, has any Escape from New York like fans ever came? They said, oh yeah. They said you're fine. They said you can go in that back room. And I said, oh, so it's not just me. They said, oh no. They said tons of people come into the restaurant and they want to go in that back room where the bad guy got killed and where they rescue the president because they have the president tied to a chair in the back room. Now it's in a restaurant in Union Station. So I said I would love to go into that back room and show exactly where the president was and where the bad guy got killed. They said, oh yeah. They said, come with us. They said we'll unlock the door for you. And I was like, oh, you guys are awesome. I said thank you so much for this opportunity. And they said, yeah, they said, we don't care as long as people ask. And I was like, okay, cool. I said, well, I'm asking. I said, I would love it. I said, I'm a big fan of that movie. So I'm sorry if I took too long because I just wanted to show you guys. Anyway, let me get back to let me get back to the chat. So I'm sorry if that took a little bit too long. So anyway, let's see here. Let's see here. Let me scroll back because I'm a little bit behind. Let's see. The last thing I read was show us some wild photos, and then what about the dancing at the wedding? You had to have got a few of those. Well, there was no dancing at the wedding because they had a court wedding, but we went to a bar and a grill. So, because they wanted to do something very low key, pretend stories, because Tom's not really religious and his wife is not really religious. They just went and did like a court thing, and then they were like, "Hey, Fears, like our little after reception party starts at 5 o'clock at this bar and grill, and they serve really good food and really good beer." I had already eaten with my friend Travis, so I didn't get any food, but I got a couple beers, and their beer was really good. I mean, really good. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. Um, let's see. The fans are asking why you lean to the left when you have a photo taken. Well, I leaned that way because that's how Snake Plissken. He was like leaning up against the pillar, so that's why I did that. So that's the reason why I did that, Dr. Jenkins. All right, let me scroll down. Did you block off the street for that photo shoot? Not really, Dr. Jenkins, because in that area, that street is so dead. It's like near an alleyway, and not one car. Oh, I'm sorry, maybe one car came down, but we just waited until the car left. But when me and Travis were shooting all the pictures, and it wasn't really even a photo shoot, I just wanted to get a picture where those guys came out of the sewer lids. It wasn't really a photo shoot. Well, I just took some fan pictures, and even when we were filming the video, not many people came down the street. Like I said, maybe one car maybe came down the street, because that area of the city is pretty much abandoned still. I mean, not many cars came down. Pretend Story says, John, this is taking so long. I'm sorry, that's why I cut it off, because I wasn't trying to make I wasn't trying to make you guys mad. I was just very excited. So I just wanted to show you guys some pictures. Why not do a live stream at one of those movie locations instead of a coffee shop? Well, I'm going to make a video. That's why I went there and I shot a whole bunch of video, because I should have done a live stream. I thought about it. I thought about it, but I was like, I don't want to take too long, because we did 9 locations in one day. And then the last 2 locations we did yesterday. So 2 days ago we did 9 locations, 9 locations, and then yesterday we did the last 2 locations. And the last 2 locations was the hardest. We did the bridge, which was really hard because we had to drive out to Illinois, and it's very hard to find the bridge. We found it because the bridge has gotten taken over with tons of trees, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So that was hard to find. We finally found it, shot there, and then they shot a good portion of the film inside um, downtown St. Louis Union Station. It used to be an original train station. It went from a train station, then it was abandoned for a while. Then they turned the outside and inside of the old train station into a mall in the 80s and 90s. Then I guess the mall went out of business, and now they've turned it into a hotel slash St. Louis aquarium because I've been there and shot inside the aquarium part for different vlogs. So that Union Station has been used for a lot of stuff. Then they used it for Escape from New York, so they've used it for quite a lot. So I thought about doing a live stream there, but trust me when I say this. When I edit the video, it'll be worth it because I shot every single angle I could possibly shoot, and I shot video and photos, John, at the movie location. So even though I didn't do a live stream, I think I covered it in a video pretty in depth. So I hope you guys enjoy that video when you see it. I really hope you guys enjoy that because I was really excited because it's one of my favorite films. I don't think it was I don't think it was a wasted opportunity, because I went there and shot video. So I mean, I pretty much got it. I pretty much covered it with video, but I just didn't do a live stream. Wouldn't mind seeing the best toilets in Missouri. I know you're joking around. That's just gross, Dr. Jenkins. That's very gross. Pretend Story says, gotta run later. Yeah. Well, see you later, Pretend Stories. Again, Dr. Jenkins, it wasn't a photo shoot. It wasn't a photo shoot at all. It was just me taking pictures in front of the movie locations or by the movie locations. But I wouldn't call that a photo shoot. All right, let's see if this is dry. It's pretty dry. I accidentally spilled coffee on this, so I apologize. So yeah. What's up, museum? Good to see you. Okay, so let me grab my little pen. So let's see here. I'm gonna do the top 10 movie props that I bought myself. So let's get going here. So number one, top 10 movie props bought or buys. So yeah. So anyway. So let's see here. Let's see here. Again, I don't think it wasn't a photo shoot. Just Travis is a fan of the film. I'm a fan of the film. We just got some pictures. So yeah. Museum says, is there a Crohn's app where you can go if you have a Crohn's emergency? You know what, Museum? That would help. Maybe somebody needs to get rich off of making that app. You know what I'm saying? Because that would help a bunch of people with Crohn's. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, so yeah. So, but no, there isn't an app. Well, at least not yet. Whenever I need to go, I just go to a gas station and go to the bathroom real quick, or go to the most reliable toilet, or the closest toilet, So, but museum, get to work on that app, buddy. I'm looking forward to seeing the results of the Crohn's app. All right, so once you make it, I'll download it. Oh, I will for sure download it. Anyway, all right. So let's see here. The top 10 movie props that I've bought, because I've bought some real ones and I've bought some replicas. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway. So let's see here. I'd say the first one, probably the Holy Grail. The replica of the Holy Grail. That's a good one. So I'm gonna put that one. I bought that, the Holy Grail, from Indiana Jones. That was a good one that I got. I wish it was the real one, but I got a replica. So the Holy Grail. That's number one. Number two. I'd say the heart of the ocean from Titanic. Whenever me and Randall and myself, 'cause I've done 2 vlogs there at the Titanic Museum in Florida. So I'd say the heart of the ocean. That was a cool one. Okay. Heart of the ocean. Um, Definitely the hoverboard. The hoverboard. People gave me so much crap over the hoverboard. I know it's not real, but the signatures are real. I don't care what Larry says. I don't care what Quentin says. I don't. Those are authentic, and I have all the paperwork, and I have the authenticity card. I have all that. I don't care what they say, and they give me so much crap. It's real. The signatures, not the board. The signatures. So even though it's a replica, it's such a cool board, you know. So I'm gonna put the hoverboard down. Hoverboard. Listen, if I could get my hands on the real deal, the real hoverboard, like one of the prop ones that they use from Back to the Future 2, you guys know I would. Okay, let's see. Holy Grail hoverboard, Heart of the Ocean. Well, whenever I get a replica lightsaber with the yellow, I have a yellow kyber crystal, but I don't know if that makes the top 10 list. It will make the top 10 list whenever I take the yellow kyber crystal and put it in my own lightsaber that I made because I still need to do that. I still need to go to Hollywood Studios. I've been in the building where they make the lightsabers because the bar that I went into is kind of close to the lightsaber shop. So, yeah. So I've went in it. I just haven't built my lightsaber yet, but you guys know that I'm on top of it, and I will get that lightsaber built. Hey, what's up, Carmine? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. He says, "Happy Saturday." Well, happy Saturday to you too, buddy. We're just doing the top 10 movie prop buys that Fierce has bought so far. I am having a great day. I hope you guys are having a great day too. Great day too. It's been kind of a chill day because the last 2 days, Carmine, have been fun but exhausting, my friend. Because 2 days ago, we did some movie locations, most of them, and then yesterday we did 2 locations, and then I also me and a couple buddies went to the St. Louis Arch, and my friend Travis had never been up in the St. Louis Arch. Joey asked if I was going to go to the Arch, and I said I did. The only thing I didn't make it to is Walter. Walter messaged me in the Discord a couple of days ago and said, "Hey, Fears, I've never been to the St. Louis Zoo. Have you?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's been a minute though since I've been to the zoo." I said, "I think the last time I went to the zoo, I was like 13, and I went with my school." So I said, "It's been a minute since I've went to the zoo." So unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of the St. Louis Zoo. I thought about going to Six Flags too, Six Flags St. Louis, and riding the roller coasters and getting some footage of that, but I just ran out of time. So unfortunately, I couldn't do that either. So, but there's always next time because I'm gonna, visit my mom and my brother and my dad and everybody. Probably, if not around Christmas time, maybe after Christmas next year. Depends on how much time I can get off of work. Because I had 4 weeks of vacation saved up. I've already used 2 weeks, so now Fears is down to 2 weeks. So 4 minus 2 is 2. I did that. I know Larry has difficult with math. I'm just joking, Larry. Larry always gives me shit, so I thought I'd give him a little shit. Just joking. Let's not have World War V start, Larry. I'm just joking around. Larry's quite mad at me right now. I hope things eventually get back to normal. I hope. Anyway, to make a long story short, I had 4 weeks. I took 2 weeks off. So I'm going to use my next 2 weeks off very... Because if you don't use your weeks, then you lose them. Each year, you have to restart your vacation over again. That's just how my company works. So I'm going to have to use my other 2 weeks at some point this year. So I may just take some days off and just rest. I don't know. I'm gonna have to use the weeks because if I don't, then they're gonna float away. But yeah. Carmine says I can't stay because Larry doesn't want me here. You know what? Who cares what Larry has to stay? Carmine, you are a fan. You can stay if you want to. You're more than welcome to stay. Carmine, don't let that guy um, not make you stay. Who cares what Larry says? I would stay. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. You're your own person. You do what you want to do. Okay, so anyway, but good to see you, Carmine. Hope everybody is doing well. I'm doing very well. Doing very well. That's right. I forgot about that unusual dough. You don't lose them. If you don't use the weeks, then they pay you for that unused vacation time. That's what it was. I stand corrected. I forgot about that. Thank you, unusual dough, because I'm sure your company does the same thing. I'm a little tired today because I was running around with my head cut off yesterday. That is right. I stand corrected. So I didn't lie. So I don't want people saying I lie. I just made a mistake. I made an error. I've been getting better at admitting when I'm wrong because a lot of the trolls give me shit when I don't admit that I'm wrong. So I've been trying to get better at that. I misspoke. I thought it was something, but as soon as you said that, it jolted my memory. Unusual dough, and so yeah. So if you don't use it, then they just pay you the money for that unused vacation. I'm gonna try to use the last 2 weeks of vacation. So maybe I'll take some time off around Christmas time. Because uh, last year at Christmas time, I got very lucky, dough. I got the 24th off, the 25th off, and the 26th off. But 2 Christmases ago, I didn't get the 26th off. 2 Christmases ago, I think I only got Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off. So last year, I was like, oh, I don't have to take any time off around Christmas time. I got very lucky. It's if it's whatever day, if you're scheduled on that day, you got to work. So yeah. So yeah. That's why they push you to use them because they don't want to do that. Exactly, because they want you to use it, so then they don't have to pay you all that money. You're 100% right. You are absolutely 150% right. Oh yeah, the new trend is just take a day or two off for a long weekend, then still get paid out. Yeah, that's what I may do. I may just take I may break it up, dough, and just take like 5 days off, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, and then have the rest of it let them pay me the money. So that's probably what I'll do. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided because this vacation I saved up a bunch of money and I spent a little bit too much because I bought a lot of movies and I went out to dinner and stuff with my friends, and my family. But that's what you do on vacations. So yeah, but I don't regret spending that money because it was such a awesome. I got to spend a lot of time with my mom, and we went and saw my dad. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you guys. I went and saw my mom, my dad, and my grandma another day, and then on the 15th, before I fly out, we're gonna get up early in the morning and go see my dad one last time. So it was cool to pay my respects to my dad again because I miss him a lot. And my mom gave me two more of my dad's T-shirts because my mom was like, "Hey, if you don't want your dad's T-shirts, which I do," she gave some to my brother, and she said it's time to. My mom hasn't gotten around to. It's very emotional for my mom, and it is emotional for me. My mom hasn't gotten around ever since my dad died. For the last 2 years, she's left all of my dad's stuff in the house exactly where my dad left it. And I get it. I understand. It's hard. Death in the family is very hard. And we've had two, my grandma and my dad. So my mom's like, eventually I'm going to have to start packing this stuff up, John, and I'm going to put your dad's stuff in the basement. And I said, I'll take some of dad's shirts because every time I wear one of my dad's shirts, it feels like my dad's with me. I know that's kind of corny, but, or maybe you guys don't think it's corny, but I think it's important to always, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's always good to not have your memory of your family members like die down. Like I always want to keep my dad's spirit alive. I always want to keep my grandma's spirit alive. So whenever I wear one of my dad's shirts, I'm like, hey, my dad's with me. So my mom gave me my dad's old Beatles T-shirt, so I'll show you guys that when I get back to Florida because it's packed away in my bag. And then my dad donated. I guess he donated so much to this charity that helps wounded soldiers and veterans that they, I guess, mailed him a T-shirt, and so the name of the charity is on the T-shirt, and I forgot the name of the charity, but I'll show you. So my mom's like, "Do you want this one? Because this is one of your dad's military ones, because he donated so much money." And I was like, "Yeah, Mama." I'm like, "I'll take that one." I'm like, "That one's cool." So, so yeah, so yeah, Doe. I'll probably just do what you said. I'll probably just do what you said, like take like a long weekend off, and then have them pay the rest. So we'll see though. All right, let's see. Let's get back to this. So the Holy Grail, the Heart of the Ocean, the hoverboard. Probably the Sports Almanac. That one's not real. That one's a replica. But Sports Almanac from Back to the Future too. Sports Almanac. Excuse me for a second. There's something itching my nose. All right, Sports Almanac. And then let's see. Number 5 is, let's see here. Probably the bomb from Super Mario Brothers, the live action movie, the bomb. So that one was really cool. Let's see here. Probably the Willy Wonka, the Wonka bar. That one was really cool. Wonka bar. And then the green crystal from the original Superman with Christopher Reeves. That one was a really cool prop. So the green crystal that kind of helps him make the Fortress of Solitude. Green crystal, because the clear crystals help him communicate with Jarrell, his dad. The green crystal makes him form the Fortress of Solitude in the Arctic. So green crystal. Let's see here. Let's see. Number 8, number 9, and number 10. I'm trying to picture my movie prop shelf in my mind. I'm trying to pick like all the epic ones, all the highlights. Um, mm, oh, probably the newest one I got, the silver money that they give as payment, the silver bar of payment to the Mandalorian for his payment for his bounty hunting like jobs. That Imperial money, that Imperial block of silver. So I'm gonna say Imperial block of silver. That is, if you guys have not seen The Mandalorian, oh my god, I cannot wait. I'm a big nerd, so I'm sorry. I have to tell you guys about this. Season 1, I watched that lickety split. I mean, it was fast. I mean, I was whizzing through that. Season 2, I watched it even faster. So I cannot wait for season 3 to come out. Oh man, it's not out yet, but hopefully I can get it in a steelbook because it was luck of the draw. I went to Walmart one day, and I was just grocery shopping. And I bought them not in Missouri, in Florida. And you guys know, every time I go grocery shopping, I just kind of peruse the Blu-ray section. Some days I get some stuff, some days I don't. If they don't have anything, I'm like, all right, maybe next time. Went up there, and side by side they had Mandalorian season 1, Mandalorian season 2, and I was like, oh, excuse me, I burped. I drank that coffee too fast. Excuse me. They were side by side, and I was like, oh shit, they're side by side. I picked them up, 1, 2, and I had those watched within probably a week or two. I don't know exactly. I'm guessing it was around a week or two. So, Imperial block of silver, and I also bought from Hollywood Studios. They had Imperial, those little small Imperial coins that they were using as money, because really there's not money in the Star Wars universe. They use like precious metals as like currency, so it wasn't really coins. It was like imperial miniature blocks of like silver. That's a better description of it. So I got those at Hollywood Studios, and I got the the big block of silver from the last convention I went to, the last convention that Jeff had. So yeah. Okay. Probably the next one, probably the Shankara stone that I got at Hollywood Studios. So the Shankara stone from Temple of Doom. Shankara stone. And then number 10, let's see. So we got the Holy Grail, Heart of the Ocean, Hoverboard, Sports Almanac, the Da Bomb, Wonka Bar, Green Crystal from the Fortress of Solitude, or that made the Fortress of Solitude, excuse me, Imperial Block of Silver, the Shankara Stone. Probably, God, I got so many replica props and I only got a few real props. I want to say Spaceballs the shaving cream. Because at the end, that like guard comes in, he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "What are you doing with that?" And he's like, "This," and he just like shoots the shaving cream in the guy's mouth and in his face, and then he like uses the Vulcan death grip or whatever, and like takes down the bad guy. The Spaceballs is a parody of mostly Star Wars, but they have a couple of Planet of the Ape references, and they have a couple of Alien references, and it's like every space movie, but it's mostly Star Wars, a little Trek, a little Alien, and a little Planet of the Apes. So I'm gonna put Spaceballs the shaving cream. Okay. Okay. Let me just draw a line here, and then let's see. The next one I want to do is um, top 10 Toyman items that I've got at my friend Chris's Toyman show. Which, by the way, tomorrow I'm gonna hang out with my friend Eric, and then my good friend slash YouTube fan Chicken Wizard contacted me because I'm not gonna tell you guys Chicken Wizard's real name, but Chicken Wizard is on my Facebook. Contacted me and said, "Hey, Fears, are you going to the Toyman show tomorrow?" I said, "Oh, I'm absolutely going to the Toyman show." But whatever I buy at the Toyman show, it's gonna have to be really little because I'm running out of space in my luggage, and I don't want my luggage to be overweighted, you know. So whatever I buy, I'm gonna have to get a tissue because my nose is driving me nuts. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. My nose was irritating me. So yeah, so I am going to the Toyman show tomorrow, like I said, and whatever I buy, there's gonna have to be kind of small to fit into my bag because I don't want my bag to be overweighted. And Chicken Wizard contacted me and said, "Hey, Fears, guess what?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Hey, I'm going to the Toyman show." He's like, "You want to like hang out tomorrow at the Toyman show, and then after the show's done, you want to get something to eat?" And since he's a friend and a fan, I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, let's do it." So that's gonna be happening tomorrow. So I'm very excited about that. So now we're gonna do the top 10 Toyman items that I've bought in there over the years, and that some people have given me some things when I've been at Toyman. So top 10 Toyman items. Number one, I have to put this one as number one because it's probably one of the coolest things that I've got in a Toyman. The guy that painted, I forget the guy's name, so I apologize. I know you're a fan. I apologize. I'm not going to say I know his name because that would be lying. I've forgotten the guy's name, and I really am sorry from the bottom of my heart. He at an old Toyman. He said, "Fears, don't come by my booth until the end of the show." I said, "Okay." Came by his booth, and he had painted a picture of John Fears um, standing right by Fears Man, and it said, "Subscribe to Fears Man 26 on YouTube." So, and he said, "Fears, when you get your new apartment in Florida, when you move there," he goes, "Can you put this?" So that was the first thing I hung up in my apartment. So I'm gonna say the Fears Man painting. I got the Fears Man painting at Toyman. So thank you to whoever gave that to me, because I honestly forgot his name. So Fears Man painting, which was really cool, and the guy was a really good artist. I like to paint whenever I can, because I painted that portrait of the of the crow in like black and white and gray whenever me and Casey went on that date a long time ago. So Fears Man painting. I would like to get back to painting. I do enjoy it. I haven't painted in quite a long time. What a long time. Number two, someone also at a Toyman toy show got me a Fears Man sign. I don't know if you guys remember that. He made it blue and yellow, and he made it out of 3D printing, and it said on the sign. It's actually packed up in storage in my mom's basement. I haven't pulled it out yet. I haven't brought it to Florida. It's a blue and yellow sign that says, I actually have two. It says subscribe to Fears Vlogs on YouTube and subscribe to Fears Man. So I'm just going to put down Fears Man signs. So someone made that out of 3D printing for me and gave me that for free at a Toyman. So Fears Man signs. Um, Number three, I got a whole bunch of Ghostbuster pins and Ghostbuster merch. So that's number three. So I'm just going to put, I've bought so much Ghostbuster stuff at Toyman, I'm just going to put Ghostbuster merch to make it 10 times easier. Ghostbuster merch. All right, number four, and number five, and number six. I got a bootleg copy of Star Wars Holiday Special. That's where that holiday special. I watch it every Christmas. But I got that at Toyman. So Star Wars Holiday Special. I got that. It's in the collection for life, and it's probably the worst thing that Star Wars company has ever made. But it is a part of Star Wars, so it must be in the collection because I'm a big Star Wars nerd and a big Star Trek nerd. I like them both because a couple of people are like, "Fears, you can't be both," and I'm like, "Bullshit." I'm like, I can be both. I like Star Wars. I like Star Trek. All right, number five. I was gonna say I got a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but that's under Ghostbuster stuff. Oh, Michael Myers shirts. I bought two Michael Myers shirts from there. Michael Myers shirts. Let's see here. Number six, I got. I'd say I met a lot of celebrities and I got a lot of signatures. So I'm going to say celebrity signatures from Toyman. I have met a fair decent amount of celebrities at my friend Chris's Toyman show. Celebrity signatures. Alright, let's see. Number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. I definitely have bought some Ninja Turtle stuff there. Ninja Turtles. I'm just going to put Ninja Turtles merch because there's a lot out of Ghostbusters and Turtles that I bought at his Toyman show, for sure. Let's see here. Three more. 8, 9, and 10. Let's see. Fears Man painting, Fears Man signs, Ghostbuster merch, Ninja Turtle merch, Star Wars Holiday Special, Michael Myers t-shirts, celebrity signatures. What else? What else? Oh, Blu-rays. I've gotten a bunch of Blu-rays from there. Again, I'm just going to put Blu-rays because there's been a lot. at the Toyman show. You find some good Blu-ray gems there. Let's see what else. Two more. Man, this is harder than I thought because I have to think back because tomorrow is going to be the first time I've been to a Toyman like in 2 or 3 years. It's been a minute. God, there's been so many shows. What else? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think back of all the stuff I bought because I bought a lot from Toyman. Give me 1 second. I'm not trying to bore you guys. I'm trying to think. Mm. I bought some horror merch there. I don't remember what horror merch, but I have bought some horror merch. So I'm just gonna put down horror merch, just as a to make it easier. Horror merch. Oh, and then I bought some movie posters. Some movie posters there. Movie posters. So that's number 9 and number 10. So let me read these back. So the top 10 movie prop buys were the Holy Grail, the Heart of the Ocean, Hoverboard, Sports Almanac, the Da Bomb. I'm sorry, Bubomb, not Da Bomb, excuse me. Bubomb, Wonka Bar, Green Crystal, Imperial Block of Silver, Shankara Stone, Spaceballs, the Shaving Cream. And that was for the top 10 movie prop buys so far. And then top 10 Toyman items that I've either bought or received. The Fears Man painting, Fears Man signs, Ghostbuster merch, Star Wars Holiday Special, Michael Myers t-shirts, celebrity meetups, and celebrity signatures. I put all in one. Ninja Turtle merch, Blu-rays, horror merch, and then last but not least, movie posters. So there we are. There we go. I always just hang it up just like that. And that's about it. That's about it for today. Unless you guys have got anything else that you guys want to talk about, I'm gonna show you, instead of talking about the new buys. I'm gonna scratch that off the title. I'm gonna show you guys all the new buys when I get back home to Orlando, instead of just telling you guys about it. It's better just to show you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna take off, but I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as always. I thought this was a good place to stop. I'm going to stay here for another probably hour or two and do a little editing, upload a couple pictures to my Facebook, and kind of catch up on things. And then I have to meet up later for my mom and my uncle wants to go out to dinner one last time. So I thought, so yeah. So we're going to go, apparently it's going to be me, my brother, my brother's wife, my mom, and my mom's brother, which is my uncle, and we're all going to go out to dinner. I don't know where we're going to go out to dinner, but somewhere. Anyway, yo, what's up, heroes and villains? Good to see you. I was literally right about to take off, buddy, but good to see you, heroes. I could not wait. I hope I watched a little bit of your live stream the other night. I didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't catch all of it, so I caught some of it. Very good, my friend. I cannot wait to get back, buddy. I cannot wait to do some toy hunts with you. We got to get some more toy hunts. The fans love the toy hunts. You and me love the toy hunts. We got to do some of that. Really looking forward to playing video games on my channel. I don't think we should play them on your channel because a lot of your trolls, or a lot of my trolls watch your channel and they don't like me. And if I played on your channel, I'd probably get crucified. So whenever I come over to your house, I'll probably sign into my account and we'll play on mine. But I really am looking forward, buddy, to playing some video games with you. As long as you protect me, LC, then maybe we can play on your channel, buddy. But we'll work it out. We'll work out how we're going to play the video games, my friend. But I really am. I saw you play some new Super Mario games, and then I really want to play the remake of Resident Evil 4. It looks stupendous. I've watched you play it. I've watched other of my friends play it. My friend Tom has it, so I didn't play it here because I want to save. The gameplay for you and me, buddy. But I watched my friend Tom play some of the Resident Evil 4 the other day, and it looked phenomenal. I want to play that Friday the 13th live action game. Not the old one. Well, I guess, if you want, we could play the old 80s one, and we could play the new one. Because Pixel's been telling me about it for years, and I haven't had a chance to play it, so yeah. But LC, I hope you and the family is doing good, buddy, and I hope everything else is going good. And subscribe to my friend LC's channel, Heroes and Villains Collectibles. And we'll have to hit up a couple toy shows, LC, when I get back, because Jeff has got. Well, I missed one because on the 14th he has the Tampa toy show, so I'm gonna miss that one because I'm. But it doesn't. It's okay if I miss that one because I'm going to a toy show tomorrow. But when I get back, I think the next. I didn't bring. Jeff's schedule with me. I left that. I left that back in my apartment. But when I get back, I'll tell you guys when the next. I know a couple. I know like 3 or 4 shows are coming up soon. So I'm definitely gonna film at those shows and get them up lickety split. So LC, we will definitely hang out soon, buddy. I've filmed a lot of videos in Missouri. I've got like I think so far I filmed about around 90 videos. I mean, there's a lot of content that I'm gonna have to go through and edit, but it's all coming soon. I promise it'll come out soon. It won't come out like 2 years from now because I really have been trying to get the content up faster. So, but anyway, we will hang out soon, heroes and villains. Good to see you, buddy. Dr. Jenkins, always a pleasure. Carmine, always a pleasure. And who else was in the chat? Let's see here. Doe was in the chat, and Museum, John, and Pretend Stories, Brock, Cameo Man, and Tinder Immortal, and who else? And Joey. So, all good people. Good people. Anyway, I'm taking off. The Adam the Woo interview is coming very soon. I worked on it a little bit, Dr. Jenkins, not last night, 2 nights ago. So we're getting there. It's coming soon. Hang in there. Hang in there. Fears is trying to get all the old content that's been saved on the hard drive for like 2 years up lickety split. So don't worry. No matter what the trolls say, I swear to God, I swear on my dad's grave, there is an Adam the Woo interview on this hard drive. I swear on my life. I am not lying. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm being dead honest. Anyway, God bless. Hang in there. It's coming. Hang in there. God bless. Let's see. Hero says, I'm good. Just getting things ready for a barbecue cookout later at 7 p.m. Got mad people coming over. Oh, that sounds like fun. That sounds really fun, LC. And who doesn't like barbecue? I love barbecue. You got some steaks on the grill, hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken. That sounds good. Well, LC, I'm sorry that I'm going to miss that, buddy, because I've had some of LC's cooking, and I've had your mom's cooking at Christmas time, and your family knows how to cook. Your family knows how to cook like no other, my friend. So I'm sorry that I'm going to miss that barbecue, but hey, man, have fun at the barbecue. Like I said, LC, we will hang out as soon as I get back, because I definitely want to do some video game play with you, buddy. And I know the fans do. I know the fans do. Yo, what's up, Walter? Walter, I'll stay an extra 5 minutes for you, buddy, because I did the whole stream, and I was literally about to leave, because I'm going to use the restroom, and then I'm going to upload some photos on all my social medias, because I haven't uploaded any photos in a while. And then I'm going to get on some editing. Because I had the last 2 days, it's just been go, go, go. I thought, all right, today will be a chill day. I'll just come, I'll do a stream, I'll update the fans what I've been doing. And then later on, I'm going to have dinner with my brother, my brother's wife, my mom, and my uncle. So yeah, the show's almost done. Or, well, pretty much the show is done, Walter, but I will stay an extra 5 minutes just for you. So yeah. So big shout out to Walter and LC coming in towards the end of the stream. By the way, Walter, check it out. Brand new Michael Myers shirt. Halloween 2, mind you. Halloween 2. I don't know if you guys can see the 2. There it is. Wait, right there. I got this at like Walmart for like $8. Anytime it gets close to Halloween, or semi-close, because we're still in July, it's because it's only July 13th. But anytime it gets close to August, they start pumping out the like the Halloween merch and the Halloween toys and the Halloween T-shirts and stuff and the memorabilia at Walmart, and they go nuts for a lot of holidays, but they go extra nuts in Walmart for Thanksgiving, Halloween, and Christmas. Those three, I'd say they go the most nuts in. So yeah, and I know that's a fake. I know that's a fake Sega camp. That's a Sega camp troll. So because I am fans with the Sega Camp Gamer, and I know that Sega would never say anything like that. So that Sega Camp troll is going way by the wayside. So yeah, but Walter, I hope I hope your day's been good, buddy. I hope everybody's day's been good. So yeah. Anyway, but it's been a fun vacation. It's been a fun vacation so far. So very relaxing. Very relaxing. It was so good to um, hit up some St. Louis spots, eat some St. Louis food that I can't get in Florida, and just relax with the family. I saw my dad the other day, Walter. I paid my respects again, so kind of had a nice little chat with him. Took some pictures of my dad's grave, and then and I went to go visit my grandma, which I haven't seen her, since the funeral. So I paid my respects to her. So I had a nice little chat with her, and I'm gonna see her again before I fly home on the 15th. So we're gonna get up really early on the 15th, go visit my dad one last time, go visit my grandma one last time, and then get back home. And I'm gonna get back home late. Like my flight doesn't take off. I think it's 8 at night, but you have to be there like at the airport 2 hours in advance, to get through security and all that crap. So I'll probably have some dinner at the airport, or at least a snack or something. And I think my flight takes off at 8 or 8:30, and then I don't get back home. I don't get to the Florida airport until like 11 something. But by the time I get my car and drive back home, uh, it'll be like 12 something. So I may do a late stream on the 15th. I haven't decided. And then obviously I'm not going to go to work on the 15th because my boss was like, "Hey, Fears, you're probably going to be so tired from your trip." He goes, "Will you be jet lagged?" And I was like, "Maybe." I said, "I mean, it's only a 2 hour flight. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes or 2 hours and 30 minutes, something. I don't know the exact time. It's around there." And he's like, "Yeah," but he goes, "I'm not going to make you work on the same day," because he said, "Didn't you tell me you get home at 11?" I said, "Yeah, it's 11, 11:30." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Just come in either on the 16th or the 17th." And I said, "Well, you're the boss." I said, "You schedule." I said, "If you want me to come on the 16th and start right away, let me know." And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I'll shoot you your times back to work." And I said, "Right on, man." I said, "That's cool." So it's gonna be good to be back to work, get back to the old grind, and I'm just gonna keep pumping out content. I haven't heard anything new from the flight job, but so far it's looking good. They took forever to get back to me the last time I tried to do this, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. So yeah, um, hopefully I passed this time. I almost passed and got that job. I was only a couple points away the last time, and oh man, the trolls gave me so much hell, but I don't give a shit. I'm gonna try to go for it again because last time I got like an 88 or an 89, so I was like 1 point away, or either 1 point away or 2 points away. So I try not to let them get me down. I either crack a joke or I joke around about whatever they say, or I just don't respond to them at all. So I've gotten have I gotten all the way better? No, because that would be a lie. Because sometimes what they say does affect me. But I have gotten better at taking a joke, and I have gotten better at just ignoring it. So yeah. So anyway. So anyway. Well, the way I would answer that, Walter, is I would just have to take more of my Crohn's medicine, so I wouldn't have a Crohn's attack on the plane. But that it sucks having Crohn's because you'd be in the air, and what if I had to use the restroom? So I'd have to leave my post and use the restroom. But I hope it wouldn't be a problem. I really hope it wouldn't be a problem. But yeah. So I guess I would have to I guess I would have to cross that bridge, Walter, whenever it would come up. But I hope it wouldn't be a problem, But I know the flight job pays a hell of a lot more than the. I have to say it right because apparently calling the FedEx factory, it's not a factory. It looks like a factory because it's so big, but technically it's not a factory because that guy in the Discord, whatever his name is, El Homo or somebody said, Fears always gets it wrong. It's not a factory. It's a facility. Whatever. So if I don't say facility, World War 19 will ensue if I don't correctly say it. So I know the flight job pays a lot more money than the FedEx facility. There, I got it right. 'Cause if I don't, apparently that really irks that guy. So, I apologize for calling it a factory when really it's a facility. Lord Almighty. So I guess I would just cross that bridge, Walter, whenever I would. Well, hopefully, it wouldn't be a problem because normally when I take my Crohn's medicine, because I do take medicine for it, it relieves the pain, and I hardly have any pain. Really, the only time I have Crohn's attacks are when it hurts, is if I run out of medicine, then I have to get the prescription refilled. So if I had that job, I would just keep the prescription filled at all times, or whenever I go shopping, sometimes it's hard because you know how like when people go shopping they just grab, they don't have to look. I have to look at the back of every single can, every single whatever to make sure there's no milk products in it. But I'm not saying I'm all the way cured. Ever since I had that surgery, so some of the trolls think I'm lying. I'm not lying. Ever since that surgery, I've been able to eat small portions of milk products. If I eat too much, then that's when it starts hurt. But if I have and I don't know all the medical jargon, but I remember when I woke up from the surgery, the lady said, "Oh well, you'll be happy to report I fixed a little bit of your Crohn's problem." I said, "Oh well, how did you do that?" And she goes, "Well, the airbag from that crash hit you so hard that it killed a little bit of your." I think it was my small intestine. She goes, I cut out the dead cells and then I stretched your intestines together and sewed them up so you wouldn't have to wear a bag. And I said, okay. And then she's like, and then she said some other stuff. She goes, if you relieve pressure off the intestines, she goes, it should help you a little bit to eat a little bit of milk products. And I found that out whenever I was streaming with Sam. I just didn't even think about it one day, and I thought, oh man, my stomach's gonna hurt. Sam made us some pizza, and so I forgot to rip off the cheese, and so I just ate the pizza, and I was video gaming, and then when about halfway home, I went, oh crap, my stomach's gonna be killing me. I called Sam 3 days later and said, Sam, I don't know what happened, because that was the first time I ate pizza since that crash, and he was like, oh, is your stomach killing you, Fears? I said, no, surprisingly not, and so I've been kind of testing the waters, eating a little cheese here, eating a little milk there, eating a little ice cream. So if I eat it in small proportions, it's not that bad. Not that bad. But if you eat large, I found if I eat large portions of that milk product, that's when it starts killing me. So I guess what I want to say, it's healed a little bit, but not all the way. Because I'll always have Crohn's, in some capacity for the rest of my life. So yeah, but yeah, I hear what you're saying, Walter. I just would have to be. Uh, I would just have to cross that bridge, but I would try not to let it affect me, my friend. So yeah, but you have to keep in mind with that stuff because Let's see. What did Walter say? Imagine having a Crohn's attack on a plane and being trapped for hours. This is true. This is true. You have to take that into consideration. Uh, I have Crohn's too. I forgot. I forgot that you had Crohn's, Walter. I remember you telling me. And that shit is very unpredictable. It is. I 100% agree with you. You have good days, and then you have horrible days. And whenever you have a Crohn's attack, oh man, it's bad. But again, these days I really try and watch what I haven't had I've had a mini attack, Walter, within the last couple of months, but I haven't had a massive blowout attack in quite a long time because I take my medicine, and whenever my medicine is out and while I'm getting it, the prescription refilled, um, I try to watch what I eat. I try to watch what I eat all the time, so I don't have it. So I haven't had a massive, huge blowout Crohn's attack in quite a long time, actually. So uh, yeah, but I hear what you're saying, buddy. It's very I 100%, 150% agree with you that it's very unpredictable. Walter says, I mean, it's not a factory and make things. I agree. That's why that guy gave me so much shit. It's not a factory, Fears. It's a facility. I'm like, whatever. It does not fucking matter. To me, it feels like a factory because it's a. You walk in, I feel like a little tiny ant in there, Walter. It's a massive facility, and ours isn't even the biggest one in Florida. There's a bigger one. There's a bigger one down in Orlando and down in Miami, I believe. So those two are actually bigger than ours, but my facility that I work in is pretty big. But according to El Homo in the Discord, he got so outraged. Oh my God, Fears! It's not a warehouse. It's not a factory. It's a facility. So I said, okay. I said, fair enough. I said, when I go on stream next time to make that idiot happy, I will just say facility from now on instead of yeah me working at the factory. Me, I personally don't care. It's a building I go to make money and I work in. But you know how those trolls are. If you don't get it 100% precise, then they get on your ass 24/7 about the most stupidest, like mundane little microscopic little things. Apparently they're always right and I'm always wrong. You know. So even if I say facility, I guarantee you El Homo would say, well, Fears didn't say facility right. He kind of stretched out the word, or, you know, they'll always nitpick about something. Yeah, Fears, you really didn't say facility right. You got it half right, Fears, because apparently I'm never right, and they're always, apparently Quentin is always right. That's the biggest lie of all time. But in his little warped little mind, he's always right. El Homo's always right. Larry, oh, he's never made a mistake. They're always right. We're always wrong. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's funny. It's funny. No, Fears, you kind of said facility, right. They're always going to nitpick at something. It's hilarious. Walter says it's basically a warehouse. Yeah, warehouse or a facility. Those two words are good to describe where I go to work at. So yeah. So yeah. Pretend Story says, I just pre-arrived back to the live. This is true. This is true. Well, I decided to stay a little longer, Pretend Stories, because Walter just got here about 5 or 10 minutes ago, and so did LC. So, and they are friends and they're fans. So I was like, well, I don't want them to feel cheated. So I said I'll stay a little bit longer because I pretty much said what I wanted to say, and I was about to take off. So anyway, Walter says my Crohn's has been bad today. Oh, has they, Walter? Well, I'm sorry that you're having a bad day, my friend. I hope things get better, my friend. I hope things get better because I know what it feels like whenever a Crohn's attack happens. So I sympathize with you. I really do. Pretend Story says, I've been gone for so long. Well, welcome back, Pretend Stories. It's good to have you back. You're a good guy. Pretend Stories, you need to get out of... Forget that crazy girl in New Jersey or whoever the hell you were dating. I remember you said you moved to New Jersey for that girl, and then she fucked with your mind or something and messed you up. Because you used to live in Florida. Get back to Florida so we can hang out, buddy. And then you told me about gators. I'll be honest, no offense, buddy. I took my buddy Eric, whenever Eric was in Florida, he was visiting some family, and then him and his family came for a Disney vacation, and he called me up one day and was like, hey, Fears, I'm going to go visit some family in Fort Lauderdale, because some of his family lives down there, and he said, oh, and then I'm with my sister's family, because his sister is married with kids, and then Eric brought his wife, and we're doing a big Disney adventure after I go visit my family in Fort Lauderdale. And he's like, you want to hang out, Fears? And I was like, yeah, buddy, you're my best friend. Come to Orlando and we'll hang out. And I said, okay. So we went out, and he wanted to go to Gators, and I'll be honest, Pretend Stories, the only thing that was good there, the beer was good there. Me and Eric had some beers there. The beer was good. That was rocking. That was rocking. The food, not so much. I was not impressed with Gators, but I'm glad that you and Eric like Gators. I wasn't impressed with it. No, it was just okay. It was all right. It wasn't like anything spectacular, but because I'm a good friend, Eric's like, "Oh, Fierce, you don't know what you're missing, man." He goes, "Can we please go? That's Eric's favorite restaurant in Florida." And I said, "Well, buddy," I said, "since you like it so much, and since you're my best friend, I said I will take you to Gators." And he's like, "Thanks, Fierce. I really appreciate it." I said, "Hey, no worries. What is friends for?" So, so yeah. But yeah, pretend stories. Get rid of that one chick, man. Get rid of her. She sounds horrible. Forget that girl. She already effed you over. No, there's nothing in New Jersey or wherever you live now. Get back to Florida, buddy. Get back to chicks, babes, booze, sunshine. Work on that tan, man. Get back to Florida so me and you can hang out. Because I know you want to be in a vlog, and I know you want to hang out with the Fierce Man. I also want to hang out with the legendary Pretend Stories. So forget that haggard girl. Oh, I don't even know her name. Whatever the hell her name is. Forget the haggard girl in New Jersey. Apparently, she's not worth it. So get rid of Mrs. Poopy Pants, and get back to some hot Florida babes. Get back to Florida, buddy. If she does all that crap to you, she's not worth it. She's not worth your time. Get rid of her. Get rid of her. She sounds terrible. Get rid of her. You know. You know. Come and hang out with the bros. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's see here. Pretend Story says, sounds like a good idea. Oh, I know it's a good idea. Listen, if someone messes with you and messes with your mind that much, they're not even worth your time. You know? That's why whenever, people nowadays try to hurt my feelings, I'm like, yeah, you're gone. You're gone. Classic fears. You're gone. You're gone. I try to block out as much of the hate as possible, and I do give them a couple of chances these days. I'll time them out a couple of times. If they keep at it, then I'm like, you're gone. If I know it's Quentin, he's blocked immediately. I've given him too many chances. If it's Yakov, he's blocked immediately. Or Adam Bachidi or something like that. But usually, if it's a new person, I'll give them a couple of chances. If they keep harassing me, then I'm like, you're gone. Because they're not worth it. They're not worth your time. Let's see. Walter says, yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm just drinking a ton of water and eating light, and I'll be okay. That's good. Yes. Keep up the fluids. Fluids does seems to help. And drink some soda, buddy, because anytime I have a Crohn's attack, obviously I take my Crohn's medicine. If that doesn't do it, then I take some Tums and I drink that pink liquid. What is it? I'm having a brain fart here. I know what it is. Hang on. What the hell is that? Pepto-Bismol. Pepto-Bismol. I use some of that. But also, whenever I drink like 7-Up, it'll make me burp. Sometimes it relieves the pain sometimes. So, drink some soda, Walter. But I hope you feel better, buddy. I really hope you feel better. I really do. Because having a Crohn's attack sucks big time. Big time. What type of drink did you order from Starbucks? Walter, you've been a friend and a fan for a long time. You should know this. What is Feeder's Classic? I did exactly what my dad did. 2 sugars, 1 cream, Pike with soy milk. The only thing that's different is my dad didn't have Crohn's, so he would just get normal milk. My dad would either get milk or cream. He would switch it up a little bit. But because I have Crohn's, I have soy milk in this. But I always got what my dad got. 2 sugars, 1 cream. And it's great. Very rarely does Fear switch up his Starbucks order. Every once in a while. If they have a Christmas drink, I'll get that. Sometimes they have a different coffee around Halloween and Thanksgiving. Like they have the, what's that pumpkin crap they have? Pumpkins. Well, they have 2. They have the pumpkin spice latte. I'm not a latte type of guy. I've tried it once or twice, and I was like, well, this shit's terrible. But I did like the, what was the other one? Oh no, they had the pumpkin spice coffee. The pumpkin spice coffee, or whatever it was called. That was okay. But the pumpkin spice latte frappuccino with all the whipped cream and all that bullshit, that was crap. That was garbage. Excuse my language, but it was. I'm trying to say it quietly. So some old guy doesn't come in like last time. I'm offended, Fears. Well, excuse me. I'm sorry. I did apologize to him. I didn't think I was talking that loud, but apparently somebody called the shop. Well, I personally think it was one of the trolls, but I'll take the barista's word for it. Not that I'm saying that she's wrong. It could have been. It could have been some old guy that was really offended, or it could have been one of the trolls calling. So yeah. Anyway, enough about that. But yeah, usually Walter, it's 2 sugars, 1 cream, my friend. Anyway, that's a good place to sign off. I'm taking off. I'm gonna get some editing done, and I'm gonna get some. I have a lot of pictures saved on my phone. So anyway, I'm gonna take off. But I hope you guys enjoy the stream. Always fun hanging out with the fans. And Fears will be back home in Florida, back to the old grind soon. A lot of content, a lot of vlog content, and a lot of special projects on Fierce Man 26. Me and Randall are already working on Fierce Man 6. We don't have the storyboards written. Or, I'm sorry, we don't have the storyboards drawn up, but me and Randall have wrote a lit. We've been working on a little bit of the premise of the script, and the premise is now that we know that the evil, because Fierce Man and Randall Brownstein think that Black Aldrin is dead, but if you guys watched Fierce Man 5, everyone thought he was dead, trapped in the yellow block in the vastness of space, right? All of a sudden at the end, a little twist, his eyes open up and start glowing yellow. Black Aldrin is pissed off beyond belief. So, technically he's still alive. I mean, he's hanging on by a thread, but he's still alive. But Fierce Man and Randall Brownstein doesn't know that, so they think he's dead. They think, but at the end of the short film on number 5, we find out that Dick Jones, Kenneth Clark's boss at the security depot, wants them to look at an email saying there's a new gang in town. So the Oracle will get a kick out of this, and the Mockingbird will get a kick out of this. Oh man, they're going to be so mad. They're going to be stewing, But I don't care because I'm not afraid of the Oracle, not one bit. I'm not afraid of the Mockingbird, not one bit. I can't wait to kill them off one by one. Kill off the trolls one by one in the cartoon. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Sweet revenge. It's going to be awesome. So we'll find out. In number 6, we find out. Oh, well, at the end of Fierce Man 5, we find out that there's a new gang in town called the Mockingbird. And there's not a goddamn thing they can do about it. As long as we change each one of the trolls' names, they can't take down the cartoon. So they'll try, but it's not going to happen. So instead of Horrible Harry, which he is horrible, it'll be Horrible Barry. Instead of the idiot in New Zealand, it'll be Doody. 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 Instead of the other guy's name. Instead of Quentin, we'll come up with a name. Shithead, we'll come up with something. But we'll kill them off one by one. Instead of Adam Pacitti, Adam Shishiti, something. We'll come up with something. And then they can't take it down. So it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So in Fierce Man 6, they look at the email and say, oh my God, there's a new gang in town, right? And so Dick Jones says, well, maybe you should go to Black Aldrin's underground lair hideout and try to access some more information, because Black Aldrin was originally the leader of the Mockingbird, And then, hopefully I get this right, according to Quentin or somebody else, as far as I know, the Mockingbird got really pissed off at Black Aldrin because he tried to take down the Mockingbird or something, and then they had to make Mockingbird 2.0 or something. So that's one thing that me and the trolls and the Mockingbird and the Oracle actually agree on. They don't like Black Aldrin anymore. He's kind of disappeared. So he was like my very first troll on YouTube. So I thought, well, Randall, the first person we have to kill off is Black Aldrin, And he's like, Fears, I think you should keep him around. Like, kind of like make Black Aldrin, like maybe have him as like your Lex Luthor. And I was like, that's an idea. So we're definitely going to bring back him a couple of times. Keep killing him off, Or we attempt to kill him off. There you are. So in the 6th one, I think me and Randall have started writing. We're going to essentially go to his underground lair, try to access some information on where the Mockingbird is located in downtown St. Louis. And then, I don't want to tell you guys the whole plot, but something super terrible happens when they try to access information. And then, so the adventure begins. So that's where we are. So we're working out the details. So, but I will let you guys know, because it takes forever for Randall to put it together and do all the drawing and stuff. I said, Randall, we should do quick adventures more and get more adventures out for the fans, so then you guys don't have to wait like a year, because it took Randall almost a year to make Fears Man 5, because it was like 10 or 11 minutes long. So I said, Randall, if we make them like quick adventures, like 5 to 6 minutes or under 5 minutes, like maybe 4 minutes, then the fans will enjoy the cartoons more because they'll be out faster. And Randall said, well, Fears, if you make a cartoon that's around 4 or 5 minutes, he goes, it'll probably only take me a month or two to make it. I said, that's perfect, Randall. I said, I'm sure the fans can wait 2 months instead of, 1 year, So we're gonna start doing quick little 5-minute adventures, and then we'll say, and if we can't get everything said and done in 5 minutes, we'll put like a cliffhanger at the end, like, coming soon, Fears Man, 7, the adventure continues, or something like that. So, now not all of the adventures are going to be about the Mockingbird, because I don't want to piss them off too much, because Fears has had a lot of peace and quiet for quite a long time. But every once in a while, we'll stew the Mockingbird, and then we'll go back to another adventure, and then we'll go back to them, and so it'll be good. Anyway, I'm taking off. But you guys enjoy your Saturday. I'm gonna edit some photos. I'm gonna edit some videos, and then I'm gonna go to dinner with my mom and my brother and my brother's wife and my uncle and my uncle's wife and all that good stuff. So 2 more days on the vacation, and then back to normal, my friends. But Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26, the main channel. Fears Vlogs is channel number 2. Subscribe to my good friend Pixel, Lord Pixel, Pixel Protocol, Lord of the Pylons, at Pixel Protocol. Follow the City Camp Gamer and Werecamp on Twitch and on YouTube. Follow Pretend Story Times, because he's, that cool of a guy. Pretend Story. Again, I will say it again. Get rid of the New Jersey horrible woman and move back to Florida, buddy, so we can hang out. Get rid of her. She's horrible. Get rid of her. Anyway, that's just that's my advice to you, buddy. If someone F's you over, get rid of them. Because they're not worth your time. Let's see. Follow my buddy Heroes and Villains Collectibles on all his social media. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Follow everything that Heroes and Villains does, because he's a cool friend, he's a cool guy, and he makes some really cool content. Alright, I'm taking off. But this is Fears, signing off. Peace, deuces, and I'll see you guys later.